Hello everyone, today we have new video review and this time we are going to check fresh release from Eduard. It is part of their weekend edition series of kits, and as you can see it is molded in 1/48 scale. It copies Fokker Dr.I. I guess there is no need to introduce this aircraft to you, but this time we get a weekend edition boxing. This is a commercial sample, so it means you will get exactly the same stuff as what you will see in this video review, and we are going to open it and check what is hidden inside. So first of all, box size is typical for this manufacturer. Here you can see comparison with my hand. Box art is quite nice. Then on this side we have actually two marking options, and as you can see we have them as a profiles. And let's not forget that this is a weekend edition kit, so we get only two markings included into this kit. There are no other markings except if you buy some aftermarket decals. Here we also have the some information about the manufacturer and also kit number. So let's open it. It's a top opening box. And here is what we have inside. So all frames are packed into the same plastic bag. And just give me a second, I'll try to sit closer to the table. So we have actually two plastic bags, and as you can see the biggest plastic frame is packed into the separate plastic bag, but we are going to start with this. So just give me a second. In the meantime, let me remind you that you can support us financially by pressing the donate button on our website. Some of you already did it, and that's how we were able to get some new photo and video equipment. We really appreciate it. And once again I remind it that we are not commercial channel, so we are not getting any other profit except of donations from you. And actually you, by donating us, help to develop the channel to grow even bigger and to improve the quality of photo and video reviews. Okay, so just give me a second, I'll try to remove it a bit faster. So as I said, here we have two frames. We are going to start with this one. I'm not sure why, but this one will be the first. Okay, so here we have one of the fuselage halves. Once again I remind that this is a 1/48 scale kit. We have it molded without any tail surfaces. As you can see, these are molded separately. Front cowling section is molded as a one-piece element, and that's really cool because you won't have any seams in such visible area. So I guess some modelers will appreciate it. And here we have middle wings, which will be installed here. This is a dry decker, as you remember, so we have three wings. Here we also have wheels, which are molded as a one-piece parts, as you can see here, so you have to be careful while painting them. As for the fuselage parts, I do not see any guiding pins here, so again you have to place them carefully together in order to avoid any possible gaps or maybe other issues. Okay, next we have another plastic sprue. This one comes with another fuselage half. Here it is, without tail section again, without tail surfaces. Here we have some parts for the landing gear wheels, also tail surfaces, and both wings which will be installed on this aircraft. Note that wings are molded as one-piece parts. Even though this is a 1/48 scale kit, still these are quite thin and small, so that's why Eduard was able to mold them as a single-piece elements, and such parts design should make it easier to assemble whole kit and to have it ready. And by the way, we have actually one guiding pin here in this area, and that's pretty much all. I do not see any other extra guiding pins in this kit. Okay. Next we have slightly bigger plastic sprue, so just give me a second. Here it is, packed into the separate plastic bag, and as you can guess, here we get various elements for external and internal detailing. But let's not forget that this is a weekend edition kit, so we get only plastic parts and there is no PE elements included for fine detailing. If you would like to get a PE in the cockpit or outside, you will have to get it as a separate set from Eduard, and actually you can order them together from Eduard website. So here we have engine parts, for example, those walls for the cockpit, one-piece propeller, several versions by the way, and also pilot seat, which is molded as a one-piece part. Here we have machine guns and various minor elements which will be installed in the cockpit. But molding quality looks completely fine in my opinion. We can zoom in a bit so that you can see those parts closer. You can notice that even the thinnest parts are molded carefully and there is no flash on them, there is no molding damage, so I guess it will be easy to separate them, to assemble them all together, and to avoid any possible extra actions, let's say, in case if there was some flash or any other molding damage. Okay, next we have on the bottom of the box there was another plastic bag. This one is dedicated to decals, so just give me a second to open it. Always all decal sheets for weekend edition kits, they're printed in Eduard, so it means printing quality looks completely fine and you won't find any possible issues here. But some modelers still search for Cartography Decals, I'm not sure why. Okay, so here we have one and only decal sheet. As you can see, we have all necessary crosses for several marking options. We also have decals for the seat belts, and I think there should be some, here dials for the instrument panel, so pretty much cockpit can be considered as covered by these decals. It will be up to you if you would like to add something more, but in my opinion it is more than enough for out-of-the-box build, and printing quality looks completely fine. As far as I remember, Eduard decals are easy to apply on the model, so I really doubt that you will have any issues with this stuff. Okay, next we have assembly manual. This one is printed in form of small brochure, here it is. And format again is quite typical for weekend edition. Why? Because here we do not get any history note. On the first page we get parts map straight away, and note that some parts won't be used because they're designed for the different version of this aircraft. Next, everything starts with cockpit, and cockpit, as you remember, will be detailed with decals. Here you can see seat belts decals, also we have various decals for the instrument dials, and then here we assemble tanks various, we install them into the fuselage. Then we install cockpit walls and join the fuselage halves together. Here we continue with middle wing, which will be combined with this top fuselage section. And also here we install the tail surface, so it means tail wing. And as far as you can see, we will have seam only in this area, so it should be easy to tackle. And it means that we won't have this seam or gap in the whole fuselage length, which is really cool. It should speed up the assembly process. Here we continue with lower wing, which is attached and then enclosed with this bar. Then we install the wing struts as well. Actually, you will have to align them with this lower wing. Next, we continue with elevators and also the rudder. Here we assemble the Machineguns Engine, and again, engine should be quite okay for out-of-the-box build. I would recommend to play with some painting techniques in order to get a nice result. As you remember, Fokker had opened cowling from the bottom section, so it will be slightly visible on the finished model. So if you implement some of your painting skills, you will be rewarded with a nicely looking model, in my opinion. Next we have here installation of the machine guns. We install the top wing with separate elevators. Do not forget about rigging in the middle. It is here, it is present on this aircraft as well. It is also present here in the landing gear area. And note that for this middle section of the landing gear you will have to combine 3 parts together. Quite interesting. Next we continue with struts for the tail wings. Here we install the propeller in the place and also landing gear wheels. And here we have marking guides for 2 marking options. So first one comes from October 1918. And another one comes from Belgium, April 1918. It is up to you which one you choose, but there are only 2 marking options, not more. And if you would like to replicate something different, you will have to resort to aftermarket sets, obviously. Here we have also undersurface of the wing. So I guess that's like a stencil placement. There are not many of them, but still you have to apply this. And in such size it will be, let's say, noticeable change because these writings are really tiny and they add interest to the model. So as I said before, this set is already available for order on official Eduard website. So if you would like to get it, just go there and order it ASAP. Of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion about such kit here in the comment section below. If you like this video, don't forget to press the like button because it helps us greatly. You can also subscribe so that you won't miss any new video review. And I will see you in the next video as usual. Thank you for joining me today and bye!